All right. It is dark outside. It is time for another episode of Crypto After Dark, brought to you all by Constant Collab. We eat, breathe, and sleep finance, crypto, and news, and everything in between. So if you're interested in any of those things, smash that subscribe button. And thank you all for joining us tonight for another episode of Crypto After Dark. As you can see, I'm in somewhat of a different setting tonight, but I just want to give a shout out to Liz Barnhart and her family. Super grateful to be spending a Thanksgiving with the Barnharts again. This is my third or fourth time doing that in the last couple of years, and I'm very grateful for their family and just wanted to give them a quick shout out on this show tonight. So thank you all for joining tonight for another episode of Crypto After Dark. To stay on the theme of some of the things that we've been talking about recently, tonight we're going to be talking about another coin that's been pretty popular in the space and honestly should have gotten some more recognition probably earlier in our show, but wanted to talk a little bit about Binance Coin, right? So Binance Coin has been really popular amongst the community. It was the first sort of DeFi app the first exchange to really get involved into DeFi, which is kind of an innovative experience in itself, right? Because if we think about exchange tokens in general, we're mostly thinking about like, those are the closest to me as being like a shareholder, right? You're buying coins in this exchange, they're reinvesting their dividends, they're participating in new ICOs, they're doing voting, they're doing staking, they're doing anything they can, so to speak, to sort of get popularity. But Binance was one that sort of started in the marketplace by saying, hey, we're not necessarily just going to do what all the other exchanges are doing. We're also going to become part of the DeFi system, right? So let's start off by going to TradingView here. And of course, TradingView has been giving me such a hard time about logging in recently. So I apologize that this computer is not logged into TradingView right now. Let's just go to our charts real quick. I'll continue as me. Sure, this is me. So just wanted to take a look at, I guess, two coins with you today really quick. Let's just do an overall look at Bitcoin really quick. Interesting story about Bitcoin. I had a family friend of mine just tell me he's owned 180 Bitcoins at $21 a share. So I was like, hey, you realize that's worth like 10 or 11 million dollars right now? And he's like, yeah, it's not worth anything till I sell it. Completely agree on that. But if I had 180 Bitcoins, I'd be pretty ecstatic right now. So here's a good look at Bitcoin. It seems to be curling well here and forming support at this 55 or 56,000 region, which is really catching that support off some of the highs that were made in the February, March, April region. So good to see Bitcoin doing well here. I did want to talk about Bnb Usd. So if you didn't participate in Binance, here's a good look at Binance Coin. So it's down here under $50 a share for a long period of time, and even lower, and then eventually has reached the $700 range earlier this year as well, and is looking to reclaim those levels. And so we're going to talk a little bit more about how Binance Coin got there, what they did to get there, and certainly want to appreciate what they've done to be pioneers in the space to this point. So moving on, I guess, from the charts a little bit, let's talk about, or I guess let's go to CoinMarketCap, I guess, really quick. Sorry about that. I got the super interesting setup going on today. So, on this show, I like to go over some of the biggest gainers and for fun. So take a look at bread up here. Bread is up 602%. So if you've been getting that bread, good for you. Bitcoin's at 57,800. Market cap slightly over $1 trillion right now, and 24-hour volume at 34 billion. Avalanche, we talked about Avalanche yesterday, rebounding well. It retraced a little bit, but seems to be reclaiming some levels. And then Crypto.com coin is still sort of maintaining a high level as well after some of its price performance. So really good to see across the marketplace here. So let's move into the Binance Chain website here. So I'm on Binance.org. Explore the Binance Chain ecosystem. Enjoy the most innovative NFT and DeFi apps. Fast, decentralized, affordable, and secure. So Binance got in early and really wanted to attack Ethereum. And we've been talking about Ethereum killers before. They weren't necessarily exchange tokens like Binance is. I guess Binance really isn't just an exchange token anymore. It's an exchange. It's a blockchain that also has an exchange. But if you go into their website, you can take a look at the different aspects of their ecosystem, dApps or decentralized apps, their bridge, things that you can build on BSC or the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. You can trade on the Binance Decentralized Exchange, and you can just buy crypto with MoonPay here. So MoonPay has been making huge waves in the space as well. The last couple of days, we talked about the way that they've been able to raise capital for their endeavors here. So here's a look at the projects on the Binance Smart Chains and how they're doing right now. Here's some of the top gainers: Crypto Minds, BabySwap, Xworld Games, Mobox, Colada. So these are some of the DeFi projects that are doing really well on the Binance chain. And a lot of the dApps and other things that are doing well through the Binance chain, you can see on this website as well. So here's the best annual percentage yield and hottest dApps. So here's some of those yields, as you can see here. And then they go through their top dApp recommendations based on what's booming in the space and what's been popular from a volume perspective. So definitely encourage you check these out and do some research on Binance. As we saw on TradingView, they've certainly appreciated in price and have threatened Ethereum as a global leader in the space, and that this has all been off of gas fees, right? The Ethereum gas fees have been the main killer of these Binance these coins, right? And so certainly want to point out the fact that Binance has been a contributor to this space and is making moves to, just like Solana, just like Cardano, just like Avalanche, just like VeChain, just like any of the other chains that are creating their own technology. Certainly think Binance is overdue for recognition in this space. Do I think it could retrace? Absolutely. There's plenty of room for it to retrace here. But there's also plenty of room for it to go up more. We've seen Ethereum, we've seen Bitcoin. There's no need to wonder if there's value to be had there. So moving on here, here's a quick graphic of some of their ecosystem pictures, so you can see both listed and unlisted on Binance, some of their decentralized apps and exchange, their DEXs and anything else that they're providing on the Binance Smart Chain. They really wanted to be open source, just like the rest of their products here. And so this picture is a lot harder to see. See if we can zoom in here. So again, some of the wallets, this zoom in is not working at all. That's pretty good, I guess. So some of the wallets here, games, tooling, and DeFi that has been participating on the Binance chain. And if you've got my opinion, why are you participating on the Ethereum chain when the Binance chain is so much cheaper? I realize Ethereum's popular, but the way that decentralized finance is working right now, it is no excuse for you not to be able to get assets into any swap protocol like a MetaMask, Uniswap, or whatever. And it doesn't always have to be Ethereum, right? We can swap assets for anything these days. And so saving money on gas fees is a big proponent of that, because if you're spending all of this money on gas fees, you're certainly going to be disincentivized to buy or sell your NFTs or anything you're participating in this space, because it's just too expensive. So I like where Binance Chain is going, and I'm looking forward to see if they can sustain themselves. That's the big player. That's the big part of Binance Coin right now, is that it can, not only is it going to beat Ethereum, but can it survive? It's doing well early, and so you got to think that there's a little bit of weariness in the marketplace right now from going from a low price to the $600 or $700 range. So moving on here, just want to just kind of go through the history of what's happening with Binance Chain so far. So this is from September 1st of 2020. It's November 24th of 2021. Binance Smart Chain is live on mainnet, activating the parallel blockchain to Binance Chain that will enable the creation of smart contracts and the staking mechanism for BNB. Any interested individuals and/or organizations can gather BNB stakes to become a validator on this new blockchain. So this article sort of goes and announces Binance's existence on the Smart Chain. 5 months since it was first unveiled in April 2020, the Binance Chain community has activated the Binance Smart Chain BSC. So let's go back to the chart again. Here is February, goes up in February, comes back down in March, and then they announce it in April. Look at what happens when they announce it. That's when it goes up. Didn't even get incepted until over here in September. And on the day it got incepted, it's basically at it tanks. It goes to its lows. So that is a buy the rumor, sell the news moment. And we've talked about that with Avalanche as well. I'm really concerned about Avalanche and their partnership with FEMA, because once you announce things, it's kind of like over. You've announced it, right? Implementing it and onboarding it and achieving it is the next stage. So we announced it and it crashed. 212. And on the inception date, we're back at 340. So you could have doubled up buying on inception date, like 1x, 2x. That's fine. That's a normal gain these days. So there's a quick look at the Binance Smart Chain's landscape. So and in this article here, what's in it for users? Some of the benefits of Binance Smart Chain include a rich and growing digital asset ecosystem powered by Binance DEX, the leading decentralized exchange. Cheap transaction fees that reach as low as 1 cent. High performance with a network capable of producing a block every 3 seconds. Cross-chain DeFi mechanisms that increase DeFi interoperability. A supportive Binance ecosystem that funds and bootstraps many DeFi projects. A growing ecosystem of millions of users across Binance.com and Binance DEX. And a network of major crypto projects already collaborating with BSC. So they're doing a great job, in my opinion. They're trying to capture as much as they can. They're attacking the Ethereum blockchain. The launch of BSC, an Ethereum virtual machine compatible blockchain that is ready to be tested and piloted by some of the top projects in the crypto industry, is expected to greatly increase the utility of both Binance Chain and BNB. 100%. 100%. So good for Binance. Again, if you weren't paying attention early, again, they started ripping in February. They didn't announce until April. So this bull flag was good. A lot of people could go here and be like, oh, it's ripping for no reason, send it back down. And that's exactly where the fear came in. And here it goes from 210 to 700. So really cool to see there. And then to move on to segue, I guess, kind of quickly into the next article here. This was announced or published on August 31st, so about a year after. 365 days of Binance Smart Chain, the second largest DeFi blockchain. To celebrate the successful first year of BSC, it will be hosting a virtual conference on the 1st of September. So here they're announcing their virtual conference. Launched in September of 2020, BSC currently bolsters an ecosystem of 800 plus decentralized apps while delivering super speed and record-breaking all-time high of 13.1 million daily transactions that no other blockchain has hit before. And that's pretty cool. The one thing I'll say about that is that some of my favorites haven't really gotten the party started yet. And so I think that number will be exceeded, 13.1 million daily transactions, by some of the other existing blockchains, but certainly I'm not touting against BNB and think it's done an exceptional job of promoting its network and getting to the place it's been. So to celebrate the successful first year of BSC, we'll be hosting this virtual conference, etc., etc. BSC's core members will be sharing insights on building the biggest community-driven DeFi blockchain, while DeFi founders will explain the details of the financial infrastructure that empower the Internet of Value, or the IOV. There's so many acronyms out here. Play to earn is also GameFi. Did not realize that. Learn something new every day. So that's pretty cool. So this article, we got one article here talking about the first days, and we got one article here talking about what's happened a year later. So that's pretty cool as well. And then this was published on November 20th of this year. So published 5 days ago. Everything you need to know about Binance Smart Chain's upcoming Bruno upgrade. So they're going to be making an upgrade to their protocol here soon. The Binance Smart Chain has pinned the date for its next hard fork upgrade scheduled for block 13,082,000. It is estimated to occur on the November 30th, 8 a.m. UTC, as per a note on the website. With that, it's noteworthy that BSC has been doing well on the DeFi front. At press time, Binance Smart Chain has a total volume of 16 billion with 161 protocols, which I believe is a little bit higher than its announced protocol amount at, I believe 120 was the first number. So their number of protocols is growing, which is strong for the space. And again, this is sort of old news, but we've been talking about Ethereum killers on this show, and I wanted to just bring up the point that Binance Coin is not just an exchange token. It has been trying to participate in dApps. It has been trying to participate in DEXs. It really wants to promote the blockchain space as much as possible. So I think that's great for the space in general. You know, would I buy Binance Coin at here? Not really. Even if it goes to 6,000, you're 10xing your money there. You can 10x in a lot of places, in my opinion. But with that being said, really wanted to continue to touch base on Binance Coin from this perspective. So I've got a couple more articles I wanted to read on Binance here, so I'll move on to those. So DeFi Yield Protocol enables buyback, farming, and staking on the V2 on Binance Smart Chain. So nowadays there are so many different viable ways of earning money through the usage of cryptocurrencies. In the past, many traders would have preferred to simply hold on to their coins or hold for as long as possible in order to get substantial returns on their investments. However, as time went on, new methods such as mining, staking, farming, and more emerged, through which many are now earning much more comparative to their previous amounts. True, I mean, you can get 12% APR on US dollar coins and shit like that on Nexo right now. The DeFi Yield Protocol, or the DYP, more acronyms for you, is a one-of-a-kind platform which provides solutions pertaining to staking, yield farming, and also non-fungible tokens, or NFTs. It allows users to successfully leverage DYP's sophisticated trading capabilities and tools in a seamless fashion. So simply put, DYP enables its users to provide liquidity as well as to be rewarded for their efforts. So this is one of the newer news articles to hit the Binance Smart Chain here. Just a day ago. DYP is sort of the DeFi Yield Protocol. Is the platform that they're touting here, and they're trying to, again, you can stake certain places, you can yield farm in certain places, you can put your NFTs out on the marketplace in certain places, but Binance is saying, hey, if you do all of it here, we're going to make more. We're going to be a better partner for the retail community and the corporate community and the, et cetera community, and that's what's dangerous to both Ethereum and to monopolies, right? I think you get weary to investing in stocks like Amazon's the only stock left, etc., right? And that sort of proposition to me gets diminished in this space because there are a lot of DeFi and decentralized apps allowing users to create what they consider utility on their chain. And if it does have true utility, not only will people buy it, they'll use it. Corporations will use it, consumers will use it, small businesses will use it, enterprises will use it, anybody will use it, and that's what we're looking for. Is we're looking for a strong use case across the realm. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about here, 7 months ago, a little bit older, Binance Smart Chain partner receives funds from 16 institutions. So, built on top of Binance Smart Chain, Crypto Tycoon is a monopoly-based game based on Binance Coin. With it, users can play to construct in-game buildings by rolling the dice. The game operates with a deflationary and dividend model according to the official post. So this is sort of just like a random article about a game that was introduced on the Binance Smart Chain. The team behind the game recently announced the successful completion of their seed round of fundraising. Per their announcement, they have received support from 16 institutions from different regions and backgrounds. So I wanted to point out that this article isn't really the best. It does sort of point out some of these partnerships here. They're mostly all crypto partners in general. In addition, we have recently received support from many BSC community building participants who provided a lot of valuable suggestions to Crypto Tycoon and participated in Crypto Tycoon's seed round fundraising in a private firm. So, I brought this article up and the rest of the articles up in general because I personally like corporate partnerships. I like enterprise partnerships. I'm not big on the fact that the world is going to crumble, so to speak, from blockchain. I think it'll continue to succeed. But with that being said, some of these, Cardano is another one, Binance, even with Cardano's recent regulatory issues, these are all coins I'm interested in seeing succeed because they do have those name brand partnerships. We talked about Avalanche and Deloitte last night. Couldn't talk about it enough. I feel like, if you're partnering with FEMA, and that's great utility. If you're partnering, like if you're Cardano partnering with African and other country-based education systems, if you're VeChain partnering with PwC, if you're XRP partnering with central banks, if you're XLM partnering with IBM, all of those partnerships are very sexy to me from that opinion, and some of Binance's aren't. So that's where I get weary about the price, but at the same time, I've already joined. I'm just going to look at this. Anyway, I'm just mad at TradingView. It's constantly logging me out. With that being said, that was a good, overview of the Binance Coin today. Let's see if TradingView's or CoinMarketCap's got anything else to say here before we log off for the night. So let's just read about Bnb here. What is Binance Coin? Read more. Launched in July 2017, Binance is the largest cryptocurrency exchange globally based on daily trading volume. Binance aims to bring cryptocurrency exchanges to the forefront of financial activity globally. The idea behind Binance's name is to show that this new paradigm in global finance, binary finance or Binance. Aside from being the largest crypto exchange globally, Binance has launched a whole ecosystem of functionalities for its user. The Binance networks includes Binance Chain, Binance Smart Chain, which is basically the V2, Binance Academy, Trust Wallet, and research projects, which employ the powers of blockchain technology to bring new age finance to the world. Binance Coin is an integral part of the successful functioning of many of the Binance sub-projects. So you can read about the founders, what makes Binance Coin unique, and all of this here on CoinMarketCap. I'm not going to get too much into that tonight. A little bit shorter of a stream, but I wanted to give you all a good perspective on what I'm seeing across the market, and I'm seeing a lot of Ethereum killers, right? I'm seeing a lot of situations where Ethereum is being challenged. I think Binance Coin is one of the original challengers, and I've been mostly talking about recent challengers to that space, but certainly think Binance Coin could be that $1,000 coin or more in the future. This space on the chart is a little bit unhealthy to me, but we'll see if it reclaims it or not. That's sort of TBD. But in general, I think Binance Coin has done a good job just being a pioneer.